Someone can be warm, affectionate, present, and then suddenly it's like someone turns off the emotional switch overnight. It feels personal. It feels confusing. It feels like the connection just vanished. Welcome, sit down. Let's talk about why emotional coldness happens so suddenly and what's actually going on inside the brain and the nervous system. Emotional coldness is almost never about losing interest. It's usually a collapse of emotional bandwidth, what psychologists call cognitive load saturation. When someone's emotional or mental workload becomes too heavy, the brain shuts down non essential functions. And unfortunately, emotional expression is one of the first things to go. Think of the brain like Wi Fi. Too many emotional tabs open, and the system drops the connection. Not because the love disappeared, but because the bandwidth did. There's another mechanism called emotional exhaustion. And this is when someone's emotional reserve are simply empty. Tired responses, short sentences, low energy. You're not seeing rejection, you are seeing depletion. But emotional exhaustion isn't the same as emotional avoidance. Avoidance is more protective. It's when someone feels emotionally at risk and the body triggers what's known as the emotional constriction reflex. Breathing slows, facial expression flattens, the voice becomes monotone. It's not that they don't care, they're protecting their emotional core. Now let's talk about the window of tolerance, a concept from trauma psychology. The window represents an emotional range where a person feels safe enough to stay present, connected, and engaged. But when they go above the window, they enter hyperarousal. When they go below it, they enter hypoarousal, the emotional shutdown. This shutdown often looks like emotional coldness. Then there's something called the vulnerability hangover. This happens after someone has opened up deeply, shared something personal, or let themselves feel more than they're used to. The next day, fear kicks in. They overthink it, they regret being so open, so they emotionally retreat to protect themselves. Sometimes emotional coldness has nothing to do with you at all. It's caused by external stress, financial pressure, burnout, lack of sleep, hormonal shift, chronic anxiety. When the nervous system is drained, the brain cuts off emotional expression to conserve energy. Not love, not care, expression. And then there's the emotional guarding reflex, the fear-based coldness. This happens when someone starts caring too much too fast. They feel exposed, vulnerable, out of control, and their brain puts the brakes. Not because the feeling died, but because the feeling became too real. So, what do we do when someone goes emotionally cold? First, don't chase the coldness. Chasing triggers their self-protection reflex. Give calm space, not anxious pursuit. Second, create emotional oxygen. Lower your tone, slow your pace, remove pressure. This re-expands their window of tolerance. Third, don't put them under the emotional microscope. Questions like what's wrong or why are you distant triggers their nervous system. Instead say I'm here. Take your time. This relaxes their system. Fourth, reconnect through nervous system cues, not heavy conversations. Soft eye contact, a gentle smile, a calm presence. Your nervous system speaks louder than your words. And fifth, don't personalize the freeze. Emotional coldness is almost always about internal overload, not external rejection. Once the pressure drops, they thaw. People don't go cold because the care disappears. They go cold because their capacity did. And with the right environment, capacity returns. If this helped you understand emotional coldness more clearly, subscribe and follow for more. We'll keep breaking down the psychology of love, one truth at a time.